The
Basil.
festivities are about to begin. Go ahead, Basil.
Right. Hey, welcome everyone to another episode of Rockin' with Rahul and the Three Amigos. Today we got the all-time legend, Mr. Mike Brooks.
Wow. Hi, guys. Glad to be
How
here.
We're
Hi,
glad you're here also.
we are glad you're here.
Yeah.
Can you introduce yourself to the listeners and what you do?
What do I do? Well, so
Yeah.
my name is Mike Brooks. I have an insurance agency that Derek Brooks works with me, and I've had it for 7 years. Before that, I've been in the insurance business for 40 years. So, and live in Montgomery Township for 33 years and um, been married for 37 years. So,
Wow.
Well,
Congrats.
that's
Is that a
that's a long time.
congratulations for the 37 years or
yeah, thank you.
I'm being a wise ass.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's
Yeah, no. So, so I have an insurance business, and then I also I'm part owner of a business that Sean started, Bravo Finance, and then I'm also part owner of a business up in Berwick. I don't know if anybody knows where Berwick is,
yeah,
but
I know where Berwick is.
It's
um,
in it's in Reading,
yeah,
right?
no, but yeah, Berwick's near Bloomsburg. It's off of Route 80. It's on the way up. You guys know where Bloomsburg is,
Yeah,
Yes.
or
I've
Yes.
been there for the Bloomsburg Fair.
Berwick,
Go there every
wasn't it Berwick you used to have all the great football teams?
exactly right. We own a couple warehouses right near the football stadium.
Yeah.
That's good sports knowledge right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you ever been to the Bloomsburg Fair? I go there every year with my
Oh,
friend.
you do? Yeah, we went there back when we went to college. I went to Bloomsburg, so my wife and I went there, and we went to the fair. We used to see some concerts there. They always had some good musicians.
Yeah, the
Who
tickets.
played? Anybody
We saw
special?
Chicago, Beach Boys.
Wow.
Yeah, there was some pretty big acts back in the '80s. I'm sure there still is, but I
Yeah,
don't I don't go
And
yeah.
back anymore.
The Beach Boys
Chicago.
came to the last fair last September, the Bloomsburg Fair, but I didn't see them there.
Okay, yeah, yeah, we saw them back when they in the '80s. I saw them play a few times, but the Bloomsburg Fair is huge. That's you know, my wife and I met there. We graduated both in 1984.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know some good music some good artists that are coming this year. Sticks, Ludacris, and the Oaks Boys and stuff.
Yeah,
Speak
wow.
up, Will. Yeah.
Yeah,
And there,
that's
there's there's a question by one of the viewers. She's asking, is being a prick something you taught your three kids or just genetics?
Wait, wait. What's the
That's a
question?
great question.
Wait, can you repeat that question? Wait,
Is
did
being a prick something you taught your three kids or just genetics?
Being a
being a
prick.
prick?
Look,
Th-
boys, this is what I got to tell you. All
yeah,
right. The first thing of insurance is you got to be a prick.
yeah. No, I'm that's a matter of opinion, but
I'm
no.
only kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, yeah, yeah. Listen, nobody wants to hear their insurance rate went up, but we try to be as kind as we can when we're dealing with clients and try to help them out. We try to be there when they have issues, and sometimes we get a little tired of complaining, but we try to be compassionate and friendly and knowledgeable. So
Yeah, because
What is the name? What is
yeah.
what is
everybody's
the name of
problem is
your
emotions.
insurance business called?
Say that again.
What is the name of your insurance business called?
Oh, it's Vesta Insurance. Vesta is Vesta. Vesta was the Roman goddess of home and hearth. So that's where we came
Okay.
up with that name.
Okay.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. I was going to
Um,
ask you.
the insurance business is boring a little bit, but it's everybody needs it. So it's a product that that's what all my businesses I've ever been involved. I try to have something where people need. I owned student housing up at Bloomsburg for a while, The warehouse business, and now Sean's business is, personal lending, and it's really for people who need money and they want to buy cars. So it's
I have a
um,
question. I have a question about that.
yeah.
Where, uh, about the money, um, the insurance company, do you have, is the money yours? Do you have it in an account, or how does that work so that, if somebody has a problem, they're able to tap
So
into it?
so we're what they call insurance brokers. So we
Oh,
represent insurance companies. And to
okay.
answer your question, insurance companies have to be capitalized a certain amount. So if there is claims, they have money to cover those claims.
Right.
What we do is those companies typically use either agents like State Farm. That's called a captive company. Those agents only sell for State Farm. We sell we sell many companies. We sell different products. We sell health insurance. That's what Derek does. We sell Medicare, and then we sell car insurance, homeowners, and life insurance
Okay.
with different companies.
Yeah. Now, for each one of those companies, do you have to be capitalized for those
No, we don't.
businesses?
We don't. We just all we do is we sell the product, and they pay us a commission. The insured doesn't pay us anything, but the
Oh,
insurance companies all have to be capitalized
yeah.
with
Well,
with a lot of money.
I worked for an insurance brokerage house like around 1980. Mather and Company at Second and Walnut.
No,
Yeah. I don't think they're in existence anymore, but they had a lot of business in town. The Mather brothers, they were they're well heeled from their descendants, and
yeah,
they had this insurance brokerage house, and I worked there, but I never really sure what it was all about. But
yeah.
that makes perfect sense what you're saying.
So
So you
Charles,
sell for the insurance company, and then yeah, and
yeah,
then they get their money, and you get your commission from it.
exactly. Yep.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. Okay,
So
thank
how
you.
do you guys all know each other? Because Charles, you look a little more like my age. The other three guys look a little younger.
I know
Yeah,
I look pretty bad for 38, don't I?
we yeah. Well,
We
I
know each
met.
other from Monco.
I'm
Yeah,
66.
Raul knows me and Basil from Monco.
Okay.
Monco
Yeah,
Radio.
I met Raul through at school back in fall 2016, right, Raul?
Yeah.
Then I met Basil at a Phillies game back
Oh,
in summer 2021. Basil, do you remember that? I met you through Devin and I met you through Raul at a
At the
Phillies
Phillies
game.
game?
Yeah, that year.
Yep.
And I met Charlie at Monco.
okay.
And
Yeah,
then William and Basil got connected with Charlie.
yeah.
And,
We got connected through with Charlie to Raul.
okay.
The Monco Radio too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Charlie,
I have my own radio
how
show.
old's Charlie? You said 63?
No, 66.
Oh, okay. You're a little older than I am. Where are you
Yeah,
from? Where's everybody from? Charlie, where are
I'm
you
from
from?
Alany. I grew up in Alany,
Did you go to Albany High
Philadelphia.
School?
I went to Cardinal Doherty,
Doherty. Yeah.
the
So,
now just the now defunct Cardinal Doherty.
yeah, right on, it wasn't Duncannon. I
No,
had a
no,
good,
no. It was up the other end. It was Second Street above Godfrey Avenue, is what they used to say on there.
so I had a
Second.
good, some good friends there. A guy named Bob Sinnott. Bob Sinnott
Oh
was,
yeah, Bobby Sinnott. Yeah, I played football with him at the Alany Eagles.
yeah,
I know
yeah,
Bobby. I used over his house every year. It's 1522 West Duncannon Avenue.
yeah,
The most beautiful house I was ever in my
yeah,
life.
yeah. He was a good man. You know, he passed away, didn't you?
Bobby did?
Yeah, he had ALS.
Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah. He was a doctor. He was a, not a urologist, a proctologist. But he got ALS. Died about 6, 7 years ago.
Oh man.
Yeah, he was a good football player. Played at Lycoming.
Yeah. Bobby, and he was a good dude too,
Yeah, yeah.
He lived over at the 15th and Duncannon, and I lived at say second in Nidro. So
Okay.
that's 5800 North Second Street. So,
Yeah,
the distance between there and Logan. But we could get over there real quick over Ninth Street, all the way,
yeah.
over Rolney Avenue.
Yeah, and yeah.
They went to Holy Child.
Okay, so you knew him pretty well then.
Oh yeah, and his brother Tommy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Are
That's
you
fun.
from Are you from Logan?
No, I knew him from Montgomery Township. He lived. I met him. I grew up in Levittown. I was in the Chamonix grad, but I played basketball. The three boys got their basketball skills from me. So
Yeah, I see that.
yeah,
I know that.
yeah. They So yeah, I ended up coaching
Yeah.
all three of them. I started Montgomery basketball back in 1999, and I ran that for 12 years. But I coached all three kids. So
That's
I
cool, man.
but they get their long arms and athleticism from their mother and
Did
big
she
feet.
play basketball?
No, she said in eighth grade. She played for Penndale in eighth grade, but she's no, just a good athlete. So
Mi-
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Mr.
look at
Mr.
Miss.
Christian
Brooks,
McCaffrey.
I think, I think you and Mr. Brooks might have seen me at Giant. I used to work at Giant for 10 years.
oh yeah, the one on 202 in county line.
On Montgomeryville.
Oh,
Uh,
the one by Target. That one.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I
Okay.
used I used to work there for like 10 years.
Yeah, my
And
neighbor's the pharmacist there. Yeah,
yeah, I know the pharmacist.
Rob. His name is
Yeah,
Rob. Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
So, Mr. Brooks, one question. How did you and your wife, what's her name?
Linda.
How did you and Miss Linda met?
Well, we met freshman year. She was studying. I was playing quarters. I don't know if you guys know what quarters
Yeah,
are,
I know
but
what you're talking about. You were drinking. It was a drinking game.
we were drinking, right? So I was drinking with my buddies in my dorm, and we went to visit their dorm. We didn't know her, and her door was open, and I walked in, and she was trying to study and watch a movie, and I was a little obnoxious that night, but we did get to meet, and
Guys
then
do.
and
Guys are
then
always obnoxious when it
yeah.
comes to chicks.
Well, she for some reason saw some charm in me. So we didn't start dating for a couple years, but that's how we met, and then we became friends, and we started dating the end of our junior year in college.
Wow.
That's you know what I think that's pretty much the best way to go about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if you become friends first, and then you move on with the relationship,
yep,
there's something there
It's
yeah,
since you
always it's
started.
always it's always good to
no,
get to know the person for a while, even before marriage.
right. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, we dated, we got married in 1987, and Derek came along in 1991. So
Okay. You said you graduated from college in '84,
yeah,
so you're 4 years younger than me, right?
yeah,
Oh
I'm
no, no, wait a
60,
second.
63. I just turned
Okay.
63. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I
When did
turned
you turn
66
63?
on Christmas Day, so
Mm.
yeah.
Mr.
All right.
Brooks, do you still play basketball against Derek, Sean, and Wes?
No, no.
No.
I had a hip replacement back in 2011, and I hadn't played for about 15 years. And I ran into, do any of you guys know the Ruggieri's? Tony Ruggieri. He has his son, he works over at the township building. And his son, he has a son, Nicholas, who is a year younger than you, Raul, and then a son, Vincent, who was
Yeah,
Wes's age.
I know them. Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw Tony. We were at a wedding. We were at the Okino wedding. We were at Carly or I guess Carly Okino's wedding, and he said he's playing basketball at the Y. So I started playing this year for about 4 or 5 weeks, and then I hurt my calf. So I
Oh,
decided I should probably not play anymore. So now I am done playing.
Did
okay.
they retire your jersey?
Yeah, they're about to. I'm waiting for the ceremony. So no, no, there's
Just
I
put you should go in there and take some old snotty ass shirt you
yeah,
have and
yeah,
hang it up in there,
I should. Yeah,
and that'd be your number. You tell you retired your number.
yeah. My I was not bad back in my day, but I was pretty old and slow this last time. But I was enjoying myself. I just my neighbor Ed Valentine, his you guys Raul
Yeah,
might know.
Devin Valentine. I know Devin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah, me too. Yeah, I know Devin too.
yeah, so Devin was playing with us. So Devin plays. They play Sunday morning. So I was playing, but like I said, I hurt my calf actually trying to get by Mr. Valentine. So I
What did his knee catch you in the calf?
Yeah, he did. He probably kicked me. I thought it was just pulled it, but Charles, you
It was,
probably got it right. He probably low bridged me.
yeah,
So
I think that's probably what happened. I'd
yeah,
sue him for that.
well, I
I'll
might.
get you a lawyer.
Thank you.
It's
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'm a lawyer.
I'm sure
You get
Devin
it
meant
right.
well. It was probably an accent, to be
No,
honest.
it wasn't Devin. I wouldn't have gone by Devin. It was Mr. Valentine. He's older than I am. I said,
Yeah,
yeah,
He
I
was,
know Devin's mom and dad.
yeah,
what was he,
Um,
planted in the lane?
Devin,
Is
I
that what he
know
was doing?
everyone.
And you couldn't get by him?
yeah, yeah.
He squeezed you.
Mi-
Yeah,
Mr. Brooks, if you were still playing basketball, would you be dunking over Derek Brooks, Sean, and Wes?
yeah, yeah. I don't know if I could dunk over my grandson. So, let alone those three.
How
Yeah,
tall are you?
I'm a shade under 5'10". So
You get some hops then, don't you?
back in the day, I could jump pretty well, but right now I couldn't jump over a phone book. Yeah, I'm
Yeah, well, that happens to us,
yeah,
unfortunately. Our days of running, sprints and
right,
whatnot are over.
yeah, yeah.
Now we're into long distance.
I don't like to use the word sprint when I talk about running fast. I shuffle fast. So
There you go. Yeah, yeah,
Miss
I do the same thing.
Mr. Brooks.
do any of you guys play basketball?
Yeah, I was just about to tell you that
Williams a
I
star.
play for a Special Olympics basketball team actually.
For who?
It's called my team is called the Lansdale Titans. Uh,
It's not with Mr. It's not with Brian Decker, is it?
no, it's not with his North Penn Knights. No, it's with a different team called another North Penn team. It's called our team is called the Lansdale Titans.
Okay. Do you know Brian Decker, right?
Yeah, I do. I
Yeah.
do.
So Brian plays for
North Penn Knights.
yeah. I'm trying to think what I'm friends with his coach and because I thought about trying to coach.
Just you thought about coaching the Special Olympics team, you said?
Yeah, yeah. I signed up for it, but then I had grandkids and I just I'm still thinking about it, but I have to see when
Oh,
I
if you want, maybe you can coach my team someday.
yeah. Well,
Or maybe,
I need my kids, I need the grandkids to get a little older. We'll see how my time schedule is right now, but
yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
um,
true. That's right. You
you
do have parent guess.
Tom
William,
Grace. That's it. Tom Grace is the coach. Yeah.
Tom
William,
Grace.
what's your coach name? Maybe Mr. Brooks
Sean
might know.
Henley. Do you know him?
What's his last name?
Sean Henley.
No, I don't know. Where do you guys practice out of?
We used to practice at the Lansdale YMCA, but we
Yeah.
practiced there until COVID hit back in 2020, and then a couple years later when we went back to basketball, we were practicing at the Trini church for a while in Lansdale for a few months, and then we started practicing at Monco months later since we started the season back up.
Okay.
So we practice at Monco now in Bluebell.
That's good. Yeah.
Where do you guys live? Where do you live?
We live in Mallard Pond, where the Valentines live in the same neighborhood. So we live, well, I live about 6 houses down from them.
Oh, so you're in Lansdale?
Well, it's North Wales
Northwest.
address. It's Montgomery Township, Montgomeryville.
Yeah, I know where that is. I've been to Devon House a couple of times.
Yeah, I live across the street, 6 houses down.
Mr. Brooks, one of the viewers want to know, Broncos Falcons Super Bowl. Can you tell us what you remember from that game?
Well, I don't. It was the Broncos Packers Super Bowl. And it was the year before, the year after, whenever the Broncos played the Packers. So I had three sons, and they were for whatever reason, I believe they could be on their own in the basement, and they were playing. And one of them decided to. I want to make this sure this is a clean show. One of them defecated on the floor. They're kids having fun, and then they had a fight with it. So
Wow.
it was pretty disturbing, and it's bringing up bad memories now. But I guess they have fun with it. And then I got so angry, I took all three of them and put them in the shower.
There you go.
Yeah. So
You know what? I'm gonna take care of you guys. I'm gonna throw you in the shower and wash and get all that
yeah,
shit off you.
yeah,
Excuse me. I
yeah,
didn't mean to say that, Raul.
yeah. And later, later it seemed kind of funny, but at the time I was pretty angry because my father was coming over for the game and he couldn't understand what they were doing, which I was hard to understand.
Well, you know what? How old were they? How
Oh,
old were they? They were
that was
little
in the
kids, right?
90s, so they were probably like 6 or 5, 4 and 3, that kind
Oh
of
well,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's what kids do. I
right.
mean, not necessarily do exactly that, but a lot of them do. You know,
Yeah.
I they're capable of doing anything.
Yeah,
You know.
it was that was really my fault. That was bad parenting to leave them alone, especially before they went potty. I should have made them go potty beforehand. So that's on me.
We have to write that down into the minutes of the meeting. Before you let your kids go by themselves, make them potty,
Right,
regardless of their age.
right, exactly.
Hey, you're 32. Get down there and go to the
Yeah.
bathroom.
Well, when Derek, Sean, and Wes come over now, I make sure they go to the bathroom before they go in the basement.
Right.
I'm not
Before
going to
you,
let them. Right.
I'm
I
not
don't trust.
taking
I
you
don't.
three birds down the basement till you.
Yeah, I don't trust them alone together. They still.
I,
When the
I
three
think
of them
that,
get together, it's like they're 12. You know.
of
Hey,
course.
hey,
Oh
hey,
yeah, yeah.
hey, Mike, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Have you ever grounded the boys when they did something wrong?
Huh. Um. You know. That's. I don't know if we ever grounded them because they they never. I'm trying to think if they ever really did it. Did we ever ground them?
Derek was grounded from Halloween.
Who was?
Derek,
For what? What did he do?
he wore a jacket.
He wouldn't wear a jacket.
Can can can
Mrs. Brooks
can
grounded Derek
Mrs.
because he
Brooks
wouldn't
make a
wear. He
special
would.
appearance on the show?
Yeah, that's what I was just about to ask him, Raul. Can Mrs. Brooks make a special appearance on the show?
Yeah. Let me get her real quick here. Come here, Mrs. Brooks. She had a tough day babysitting, but she's
Do you
believe me.
survive?
Yeah, she looks fantastic in real life. There she is.
Uh,
Hello,
Hello,
Mrs. Brooks.
everyone.
Hello
Hi.
there. How
yeah,
are you?
good. It's
Yeah.
nice to see you again. Do you remember me from when I came with my one friend to that basketball game in North Penn?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course I do.
Yeah. When,
North Penn,
yeah,
sure.
when Sean and Derek were coaching their high school basketball team.
Right. Yeah.
Miss-
Nice to see you
Mr.
again.
Brooks,
Nice to
my
see you
name is
too.
Rahul. I went to North Penn and Pembroke with Derek, Sean, and Wes.
Oh, nice. Very
And I
nice to
and
meet
I
you.
used to work at the Montgomery Road Giant for 10 years. And
Oh, okay.
I'm friends
Well,
with the Valentine. With the Valentine.
yeah. Now Raul was working for the Real ID,
Oh,
the
yeah.
DMV, so
Yeah.
we have to get that.
We have
Yeah.
to get that. We will get that.
Yeah.
Wait till
You
after the day. Tell him,
Yeah.
Raul.
you
Wait
guys
till
can
after.
come to King of Prussia. I'll help you guys
All
there.
right. We will.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll wait till after the date too.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, it was lovely to meet everybody. Have a wonderful show. I will leave you to Mike.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see what we
Mrs.
can do
Brooks,
here.
you should become the next guest on the show if you're
Yeah.
interested.
Okay, I'm honored. I'll be in touch.
All right, I'll talk to you.
She'll call her agent and see what he says.
Yeah.
Miss,
Believe me,
Mr. Brooks,
she's booked up for 3 months. She's very popular. She's going on the View. I mean, everybody wants to hear her
There's
opinion.
you.
So,
The view.
yeah.
That's
Mr. Brooks,
great.
when is your birthday?
My birthday was 2 weeks ago, April 18th.
Uh,
Happy
happy
belated
belated,
birthday,
happy
birthday.
belated birthday.
Thank you. Yeah.
Everyone,
Yeah.
let's sing for Mr. Brooks.
Go ahead.
Happy
Birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you. Come on,
you.
Will. Speak up.
Happy
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 birthday,
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 dear
dear
Mike
dear
Brooks.
Mr.
Brooks.
Brooks.
Happy
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 birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Yeah.
Hey.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna imitate Derek when he was 5 after we sang that to him. He goes, ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. So so we were owners. Did you guys probably don't remember PlayPod, do you, Raul? Did you ever
Mm,
go
I
up?
think so, yeah.
So we were part owners of PlayPod. So we took Derek to his fifth or sixth birthday party, 5 or 6 years old, and we sang happy birthday to him. And at the end, he started ribbiting, because I think he was so uncomfortable with the attention. So that's a long-standing joke too.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. It's so I have a granddaughter. She turned 2 on Pearl Harbor Day. And she's really quick. You know, she speaks well or good or whatever that word is supposed to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
She speaks it. And she's got incredible vocabulary, and it's like, where did this come from? Because the last thing I remember was I was able to lay her in the cuff of my arm when
Yeah.
she first was born. Now
Yeah.
she knows the word no.
Yeah. Or
But she's a
no or
doll.
why? Why is
Yeah,
yeah. But
but I love her. She's a doll.
yeah. Well, Derek and Sean married wonderful women, as you know. You saw Laura, and then Carrie is just a special. She's a little shyer, I guess. We can't get her on the show, but someday she will.
Well, she's actually coming on next week along
Oh,
with
is she really?
Laura and Emma.
Oh, Emma Tumas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know Colonel Kevin Gallagher?
Oh, yeah. What'd you call him? Colonial?
Colonel.
Colonel?
Yeah, Colonel.
Oh,
Yeah.
Colonel Kevin. Well, I know Kevin Gallagher. I didn't know he was nicknamed Colonel, but yeah.
Thank you for
Now
your
you
service,
know.
Kevin Gallagher.
Yeah, thank you for your service. That's right. I forgot he was in the military. I forgot that part of him.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah.
We
Yeah, Colonel
appreciate it.
lives in our neighborhood, or used to. He grew up in our neighborhood too.
Um, I have one question for you, Mr. Book.
Uh-huh.
If like someone has like Erie car insurance and they want to join your insurance company,
Uh-huh.
do you get people like that?
Well, they have car insurance with somebody else and they wanted to go with us. Is that the
Yeah,
question?
yeah.
Yeah, that happens every day. So we get their information and we give them a rate. If we can beat the rate, then they switch. If not, they stay where they are. Yeah, all the time.
Okay.
Do you drive, Raul?
Yes, me and my wife, we both drive. Yeah,
Okay. And
yeah.
and yeah, so
Do you have a
um
license? How old do you have a license? Come on, tell
Yes,
us.
I have a
You can just
license.
tell us. We won't
yeah,
tell anybody.
yeah, yeah. This is the circle of trust here, Raul.
That's right.
Yeah.
Damn it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So is it Razzle? Who's the third gentleman
Yep.
there?
Basil.
Basil.
Yeah. Where'd that name come from?
It's just family name. My grandpa was Basil. My dad's middle name is Basil.
Oh, Basil. Okay.
Basil, was it your dad's dad or your mom's dad?
My dad's.
Oh, okay. So you were named after your grandfather.
Yep.
That's a big honor.
It is.
Yeah.
And where'd you go to school, Basil?
I went to Harrington. I grew up in Belmont Hills in
Okay.
Valley Kenwood.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right, close to Philadelphia, right?
Yeah.
It's near Lower Marion. It's the Lower Marion sister school, kind of. Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
I lived closer to Lower Marion, but like people from Belmont Hills they had the choice, but I stuck with Harrington.
Yeah.
That's where I'm supposed to go.
Lower Marion was the school that beat Derek's team the first game. We thought, okay, this is going to be a long season, and then they won 28 games in a row. So it was a good year.
Lower
I
Marion.
would
Yeah,
say.
Kobe Bryant. We all know who went there.
Yeah.
Former NBA player who's now in heaven. Kobe Bryant.
Right.
I actually have his Lower Marion high school jersey.
Oh,
Have,
that's great.
have you have you ever coached in college basketball or high school basketball?
Did I ever coach?
Yeah.
No, I only coached when I was coaching for Montgomery basketball. I coached rec kids all the way up through Wes's and Sean's AAU teams when they were in high school. That's the oldest I ever coached was high school kids, but never a high school team. I don't have patience to do what Derek and Sean do, where they coach every day.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
it's a lot of work. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Hey,
coached
Mike,
football, and
have you ever heard of Perkins Valley?
Who?
Perkins
Perk,
Valley
Oh,
School.
Perk
Perkiomen
Valley.
Valley.
Yeah. Yeah. Perkiomen Valley.
Yeah, that's where I went to. That's
Oh,
where I
you
went to
did. Yeah.
school. I went to I went to high school there, and I graduated 2015.
Okay. Yeah. That's You do you wear orange? It's a big orange school.
Yeah. Yes. Well, and speaking of high school, my 10th high school reunion is coming up in June.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 10
Your
years.
10th,
Yeah, my 10th year reunion is coming up, Charlie.
my 50th is coming up. High
Really?
school reunion. Yeah.
When is that? When is that for you?
What is that for me? That's 50 years. I graduated in 1976,
Yeah,
86, 96,
Yeah.
2006, 2016,
did you get information about what it
2026.
is?
What?
Did you get information about when it is yet? Your high school
Well,
reunion?
they haven't even started. It's a Cardinal Doherty thing. They'll wait till the last minute and then they'll jump right on that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm
Mine's
saying?
this year, but mine 45th is this year from
Yeah,
the Chamonix. Yeah.
yeah.
45th? If you have a 45th reunion coming up?
What?
He,
You have a
he,
45th
gradu-
reunion coming up, Mike?
Yeah. Yeah.
he
I don't know.
graduated from high school in what,
80.
1980?
1980. Yep.
Yeah, my brother Paul graduated in 80.
So are you having your 45th high school reunion this year, Mike? Are you
I,
going to that?
I'm guessing. I don't get involved, but I say there's rumors that they're doing it. I'm not on Facebook. I think they'll probably announce it on Facebook, but somebody.
Where's the reunion going to be? Is it Trape Tavern?
Yeah.
Frappe.
Whose reunion are you talking about?
And I don't know where it would be. It would be closer to Levittown or Langhorne. So
Um, there's a viewer that they want to know. Do you remember Kyle Marger's game against Penn Jaguars?
oh, it was incredible. The kid. So yeah, Kyle had 4 threes. He was in fuego. Yeah, he was just we just got him the ball and got out of his way. Yeah, it was. He was probably in. He was probably in fifth or sixth grade, but he had 5 threes. But yeah, it was one of the best shooting games I've ever seen. Yeah, it was the highlight of me coaching Kyle.
Yeah,
Do you know Kyle?
yeah, I know Kyle. Yeah,
Yeah,
from high school. Yeah,
yeah.
and will the uh, will the Brooks family ever reimburse Taylor Kafka for his PS2 games?
What?
I don't think so. So that's a quick story. They were playing video games, and Mrs. Brooks got a little upset that they were playing video. They weren't listening, so she ended up breaking one of the video games, not realizing that it was Taylor Kofke's game. So that was a misunderstanding. Yeah, we have not reimbursed, and we probably won't. I think it's past the statutes of limitation. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Once it's past 10 days,
yeah,
it's
it's
past
yeah.
the, yeah.
Well, that was Taylor's fault. He trusted us, so he should have never brought that game into our house. So
See that? Don't ever bring any games into the Brooks house.
nope.
You got
Yeah.
that, guys?
So
Well,
no games in the Brooks household?
well, I wasn't a big fan of video games. I think the boys could all say that. I would give them a little crap if they were playing too long. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
I
you
was
are
like,
you
I
a
didn't
fan
let
of
them
video
have it.
games now?
Well, I think
I
Sean plays in those guys. I don't. They're adults now. They can do whatever they want. But I don't play video games.
when my kids were little, I wouldn't let them play video games. They wasn't even allowed in the house
Yeah,
because I didn't want them becoming, vegetables. You know
yeah.
what I mean? I wanted them to
What?
get out there into the world and, fight somebody or at least do something.
Well,
Yeah,
Meet
Yeah,
somebody.
Mike. I'm actually a video game person.
yeah. Well, most guys your age are. Listen. I just I just thought they should be outside and moving around. That's all. Video games serve a purpose, and I know Sean and all his buddies get on there and they enjoy it, and something. It's a release, and that's fine. You just can't spend 4 or 5 hours a day doing it. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even have time for video games during the week because I work full time now. I recently just started a new job 2 weeks ago, and it's full time now.
Where are you working?
It's called IMS Trading slash Clean Logic. I'm a production associate there.
Okay.
My last job was a movie tavern.
Huh.
Did you ever went to the movie tavern before? Have
It,
you been there in Collegeville?
now in Collegeville. I've heard of it. I never went there though. It sounds great.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Mr. Brooks, what do you think about the Eagles draft? Do you like how the Eagles drafted?
Um, I was with guys who pay attention to football, and they liked the first pick or the second pick. I don't really pay attention to it. I watch the Eagles during the regular season, but I don't. I don't. They won the Super Bowl, so they don't need a whole lot. But
So, but
yeah, I.
do you think tush push is a real play? Because Charlie think it's not a
It's
play.
not a real. It's not a
Um,
football play. It's
uh,
a rugby
yeah,
play. You
I'm not
cannot.
a big fan of it. I think it's gimmicky, but I guess if it's allowed and it works, you do it. But I'm more traditionalist. I like
Yeah,
when the quarterback has to do it himself. Back in my day, you weren't allowed to push a running back or push anybody. You that was
exactly.
a penalty.
You weren't
So
allowed to help the
no,
move
right.
the runner along.
No, now
Exactly.
sometimes they pick it up and you
So
know,
then, when did they change that rule, or did they just go past it? And now
it,
everybody likes this. They do all these gimmicks for people who don't really into football real
mm-mm.
much. It's just that like they like the gimmicks down at the field and all kinds
Yeah.
of stuff. You know.
I I don't know when they changed it. It wasn't that long ago, but yeah, forever it was you couldn't like if a running back you couldn't push him, you couldn't help.
No,
So
you couldn't. You couldn't assist. That was it. The rule was you weren't allowed to assist the runner,
right,
and that was a big time penalty. And that's something you see in rugby. They
yeah,
do that in rugby, not
yeah,
in American football.
right, yeah. I'm with Charles, but Charles and I have come from the same era, so
Yeah, we're the
What
same guy, but in two different bodies.
right, yeah.
what do you think about the NBA playoff so far?
Well, I actually watched some last night. I don't really watch a lot of the NBA during the regular season because a lot of the guys don't play. But I watched some of Cleveland last night. Was that last night? They beat Miami by 50, or was that
Yeah,
2 nights ago? But
yeah,
no, I enjoy the playoffs. So it looks like Cleveland obviously is going to be very good, and so is Oklahoma, the Thunder, and then, the Celtics will be good. So it's good. I think the Sixers got a few years away before we're competitive again. Unfortunately, I'm
yeah. I
I'm
think
all
it,
in on Upper Dublin Cardinals. That's really all I pay attention to.
yeah, I think it's gonna be Cleveland and OKC,
Yeah,
but I'm all in on the Upper Dublin basketball team.
yeah,
Oh, I like
Are
I
they
like the
good?
way Derek Brooks coach. I think he's the next Jay Wright, and
yeah,
and Sean Brooks is the next Larry Brown.
yeah.
So I think those two will be a NBA head coach someday.
Well, yeah, I maybe I don't know. They love coaching. We'll see. And it was a lot of fun. And they have their banquet tomorrow night, so I know they'll have fun reminiscing about the season.
Wow, that's
That's good.
cool.
It
That's
sure is.
awesome. I wish them good luck on their banquet.
Yeah, yeah. I think they're going to enjoy this year. If they don't, it's it's a shame. But I think they're going to really have a good time. And the great kids, they're going to miss a couple of them. Drees and Ryan are graduating. They were good players, but they got good players coming up.
Yeah,
As
and
long
I
as you
think
constantly have people, as long as you have constantly get that feed, that feeder up onto the team, from
Right.
grade schools or middle schools to the high school. Yeah, you get some feeders.
and
Yeah.
and I thinking about the uh next 2 or 3 years. I think Wes is gonna be a really good actor in Hollywood.
Well, Raul, your lips to God's ears. I hope so because I think he's a good actor. It's a weird business and it's hard out there, and there's no blueprint, right? Like you
Yeah.
guys you're doing your podcast. There's no blueprint, you know. Hopefully you guys will, this will get more and more popular. I think it's a good show. I watched it last week with Laura. It was entertaining. So just have to, keep plugging away, and hopefully Wes will keep doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. That's cool.
Uh, what what do you who's your favorite team in baseball? What do you think about
The
the
Phillies.
Phillies?
Well, the Phillies. Yeah, I'm. Growing up, as a kid, I liked the Reds, but then, as a kid, you like the best team in baseball, and the Reds were the big red machine back then. So,
Yeah,
but
and Johnny
yeah,
Bench. I
yeah,
caught, and I thought Johnny Bench was like God.
yeah,
And then I find out 50 years later that he actually was God.
yeah,
When it came to catching, he changed the whole thing.
yeah,
They all
yeah,
do it his way now.
yeah, yeah. Definitely the greatest catcher of all time. But
Oh, I agree with you 100%.
but the Phillies are my favorite. If I had to rank all my favorite sports teams, Upper Dublin Cardinals basketball is number one. Then I would say Eagles number two, Phillies number three, Sixers number four.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. The
Well, the
Phillies are my
Eagles, well,
team.
look at them. They won the Super Bowl this year, Mike. They
yeah,
should be their number. I thought they were number one.
yeah. Well,
And
you
any
know,
team that has Christian McCaffrey is my favorite team.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Some of the viewers they want to know. One of the viewers want to know who's your favorite Marvel superhero, and uh, Derek's book who's watching. He wants to know, can you name a Philly player?
a Philly player
Yeah,
for the Phillies.
yeah.
Well,
Bryce Harper.
yeah, Bryce Harper, Trey Turner, Wheeler, JT. I mean, that. If you ask me to name a Flyer, I wouldn't be able to name a Philadelphia Flyers, but I know the
Not
Phillies.
anymore.
And
Yeah,
Eagle, can you name some Eagle player?
yeah. Well, Jalen Hurts, Lane Johnson. Um, they got Saquon Barkley. They got Devontae Smith, Dallas Goddard. I know pretty much the Eagles and the Phillies. They
And
Who's your favorite Marvel superhero?
um, see now you're going to catch me because the Marvel and the Avengers Marvel.
Not answering.
I'm going to say the Hulk if he's a Marvel, right? The Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
yeah.
have known that.
Well,
I
I got
wouldn't
one
have
up on Charles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah. I
So what's up now? What other questions do we have for this man here? You're all looking at me like
Yeah, Basil, you have any questions?
Yeah, Basil.
you say
Yeah.
no?
Yeah, I had a question I want to ask.
I do. Mike, do you know anybody? Do you know any? Did you ever have any friends like from Park Valley, like any of the students' parents? You and your wife?
Perk Valley.
Yeah.
Well, Dennis Stanton, I know he was the basketball coach there for a little bit. Do you know Dennis Stanton at all?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
Don't doesn't ring a bell to me.
yeah, he coached. I think he coached.
Well, you're
Maybe.
the coach probably before I started high school. There,
Yeah,
way
yeah,
before.
I think it was right before you were because he ended up going to Souderton. Yeah, he was at Perk Valley for a couple years.
What year was that? I started high school in
Now,
fall.
I know a guy named Craig Hammer, Mr. Hammer. He and Steve Boyd. They run the Perk Valley Youth League. Mr. Boyd was a youth league guy.
And do you
Did-
know? Do you know? Oh, okay, I'll let you finish.
yeah, no, he. But I don't know any parents that. I guess the one kid I know was a really good player. Went to Lafayette. I'm not sure what his last name was, but anyway, no, I'm not that familiar with Perk Valley.
Yeah. I was wondering if you know a basketball coach named Mr. Poison. Everybody calls him Coach Poison. He still coaches for PB, far as I know.
Okay, Is Poison?
Yeah, Coach Poison, Mr. Poison.
No, I
Yeah.
do not know him.
There's some viewers ask. They have some more questions for you.
Okay.
One of them asked, "How angry were you when you got home from work and the hoop was lowered?"
Well, it bothered me when there was a game and they would be dunking, and then they would play their game and they couldn't reach the basket because they were shooting on a low hoop. So yeah, it's just common sense, Raul, right? You got a game, you don't lower the basket. It's at 8 feet. So
Yeah,
How mad were you?
I was mad, but I was. Nothing compares to the poop gate when they were throwing
Oh,
the
poop gate.
pooper. Yeah,
Yeah, that's something that you probably have films of and
right.
pictures
Mhm.
of for the
Yeah,
poop gate.
yeah.
Charlie,
Oh my God, I could see my kids doing that.
Charlie, if your kids were playing basketball and they lowered the hoop, how would you feel?
He cut them.
Yeah, yeah, like all my basketball. You remember my basketball court you saw at my house?
Yeah, I saw you.
Sometimes I lower the hoop a little bit. Sometimes, yeah, there were times when I try to shoot high, when I put the
Yeah.
hoop high for
That's
challenge.
not a real good practice, because you start shooting at 8 foot baskets. That's what your hands are.
Right,
Your whole body goes that way.
right.
Then you go in and play on a 10 foot
Yeah, I should
basket.
put the hoop higher, right,
You
Raul?
might as
Yeah.
well put the hoop all the way up on the roof.
Right.
Good idea, Raul. Is that a good idea
Yeah,
What's a good idea?
to put the hoop up higher?
Yeah.
Always.
Keep it up where it belongs and play
Yeah.
Yeah.
it like that.
and another question someone wants to know: do you think your grandson will follow your footstep of being male cheerleaders?
I think I don't know, whatever he wants to be. I can't it's not going to be up to me. Um, I actually got cut from the male cheerleader team at Bloomsburg, so I didn't make it. But hopefully he can make it. So,
You
but
can change the course of direction.
yeah, it did. Yeah, no, he you know um,
Is he a good athlete? Is he a good athlete?
who my grand
You're, I'm just don't didn't you say that you have a son is a cheerleader, or did I
No, he's
misunderstand the
saying,
question?
is my our grandson gonna follow the footsteps that I did and be a male cheerleader? That's what the question was. But I got cut from being a male cheerleader. So hopefully my grandson can make the team.
Does he play any sports, your grandson?
Well, he's only 3, so he's not ready.
He's a slacker. He's three
He's a
years
slut.
old and he
Yeah,
hasn't played anything yet.
no, he's a load. He sits and plays video games all day. It's just
It's horrible.
yeah.
It's horrible.
No, I can't wait to see my sons when their kids want to play video games. They're gonna be pricks just like I was.
Of
So
course.
yeah,
Of
I
course. If,
I
if
met
they're if they're good fathers, they will.
that's right.
I met your two grandkids. My daughter goes to the same daycare they go to.
Oh, it was Harrison and Callie. Okay, yeah. Griffin doesn't. Griffin's Sean's son, and he doesn't go to daycare. He's watched by his uh, 2 grandmothers.
Oh, I
Griffin,
remember I saw one of your grandsons one time with you guys at the North Penn basketball game. Who
yeah.
was that your wife was tickling? Who was which one was that? Was it Sean's son or was it Derek's son?
What did he look like? Was he well? Back then, was he a little older? Was it?
What was the question?
Was Harrison was at the North Penn game, I guess, right? Or was Griffin?
I don't remember.
Was it a baby? Because Griffin would have only been 6 months old,
Yeah, baby, yeah,
8 months old.
My,
probably.
my daughter goes to Lightbridge Academy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Well,
Yeah.
Is
you're
that a
you're
Montessori school, Raul?
What?
Is Lake Bright a Montessori school?
Lightbridge is it's like daycare.
Okay. Okay. I got you.
Um,
All
Mr.
right.
Brooks, do you have any positive advice for the viewers?
Well, I would say whenever you're going through a rough time, know that it's going to end and it's going to make you a better person. You learn from losses, you learn from mistakes, you learn from bad times. If you won every time, you and everything you did, you wouldn't get any better, and you wouldn't appreciate time. So I would say, whenever you're going through a hard time, just know that it's going to end, and it's going to be you're going to be a better person for it.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
hang in there.
Right.
that's a good advice.
That's good
Thank you.
advice.
You're
Excellent.
welcome.
That was excellent.
Mhm.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was.
So.
Better than some of the other advice that we got, other quotes we got.
Well, yeah, it's once you live life, you realize, man, I thought that was the worst time of my life, and then you're like,
Yeah, exactly. But
wasn't
really, right after that, I met this person, or
right.
yeah,
So many people get fired from jobs, and they think they're gonna, their life is over, and or they break up with somebody, and they meet somebody special, or they get cut from a team, and they find another activity. So it's you just got to find your way. Keep working harder. That's like I say that about Derek and Sean. They were coaching in Connor. Sohanic, they were coaching at New Hope. It was terrible. They won 2 games, and it was like, why are we doing this? And then they got the opportunity to coach Upper Dublin, and they've had 3 fantastic years. So you just got to keep grinding.
Uh, one uh, one of the viewers, Laura Brooks, she wants to know, is that the advice you tell yourself when you get home and there's all new furnitures?
are you putting him on the spot? Is that
You
what you
know
guys are
something?
doing?
That I try to tell myself, Raul, but it's very difficult because it's
Wow.
I just say, that's the life I'm living. I accept it. Yeah, it does happen occasionally.
Yeah.
Well, the Arizona Diamondbacks are beating the Mets 4-2 in the ninth inning. Tyrone Taylor just hit a home run. I just thought I would. I just thought that I would let you know what was going on.
Okay. um, and I know that wasn't Laura asking that question. That was Sean. Sean likes to act like it's Laura asking those
Yeah.
questions, but I know Laura's a sweetheart. Sean not so much. So
He's your son, right?
he is. Yeah. Yes. He's
Only
a
a
boy.
father would know that, you know.
Yeah. Right. No. Oh, he imitates it. Whenever it's a sarcastic question or a comment or a text we get, I know it's not Laura. So
It's from him.
it's from him. Right. He's a funny
Ah,
kid. So.
yeah.
Uh, one of the viewers want to know, some of the New Hope team are solid though, like the 2010 girls soccer team, and uh, someone else want to know, how did you contain Derek's hair in his middle school era? And that's by Kevin Gallagher.
Well, Derek's hair back in fifth and sixth grade, he had an afro, and I thought he was going to be 6'10" because his afro was so high. He was really cool looking. But Derek decided to cut it. I like the afro look. I'm from the '70s where we grew it long. So
Yeah.
he looked like Art Garfunkel a little bit. But yeah, he's made the decision to cut it. I like it when it comes out.
I just like it long. At one time, I had this red hair on my head and down on my shoulders.
Yeah,
Now I'm putting stuff in my hair to
yeah,
see if I can get it to grow more.
right.
It's a terrible thing. It might force me to shave it and then paint my head red.
Yeah, I hear you.
That would be stupid, wouldn't
Yeah.
it?
What
All right,
what
how we
was
doing? Go ahead.
wait,
Uh,
what was the thing about the 2010 New Hope team?
It
uh,
was a soccer team, wasn't it?
soccer team.
Oh
Uh,
well, Laura, the girls' basketball team at New Hope was good, and the girls' soccer. I mean, New Hope is not a bad school. It's just the boys' basketball. I don't want to disparage New Hope. It's a great school, and the girls' soccer team has always been phenomenal. They've always produced. It's just the boys' basketball team I can put down a little bit. That's all.
Yeah. William Basil, do you want to do the closing statement?
Yeah. I was just about to do that.
And you wanna announce the viewers for next week and in 2 weeks and after that? Can you tell the lineup for the next 3 weeks?
Yeah, sure. Thank you everyone for listening to another episode of Rockin' with Raul and the Free Amigos. Please be sure to click and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And remember to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And the next 3 weeks, we will have Carrie Brooks, Laura Brooks, and
Emma Tumas.
Emma Tumas on our show next Wednesday. And then May 14, we will have Tony Davis and Dylan Johnson on the show.
And May 21st we are having
Sarah
Sarah
Tucci.
Tucci.
Sarah Tucci on the show.
Who we
Oh,
having?
Sarah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's her
And
name? What is her name?
Sarah Tozzi. It's Tocci. That's Laura's sister.
yeah, we
Okay.
don't have anybody for May 28th yet.
Maybe I'll be on the show. You can interview
maybe
me.
we can interview
I'll wear a
Mike. Can we
mask.
interview Mike? Do you think will your wife be free that night?
I don't know. I have to ask her. She's a very, very busy person. I'm watching her now.
The grandkids.
The beads of sweat are like just, forming, forming a flood down at her feet.
That's right. I'll work on her. You believe me, she has a lot of wisdom.
Yeah.
Look, she's stuck with
Thank-
Mike. So
Right.
Thank you for joining our show. We had a good time
Yeah.
with the legend of all legend, Mr. Mike Brooks. So thank
yeah,
you.
thanks,
and
Mike. It was
Thanks,
great,
guys.
man.
Nice
And
meeting you, everybody.
You
All
can
right.
make a special
Take care.
appearance again
Yeah.
in about a couple of
It was
weeks.
nice
Right.
seeing you again, Mr.
All
Brooks.
right. You too. Hope to see you guys soon. Take care,
Yeah,
everyone.
Take
you
care,
too.
Mike.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Mr. Brooks. See ya.
All right. Well, that was a great show, fellas.
Yeah. Good night,
Yeah, it
everyone.
was.
Good night, guys. Have a good
Are we
sleep.
leaving that quick? It's
Yeah.
like
Don't be
later-
this. We waited this long. Well, what's the hurry?
Yeah, almost my bedtime. Gotta work tomorrow.
What's your
morning.
bedtime? It's only 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I usually go to bed at 10:30.
And then when do you fall asleep?
I've been trying to fall asleep at 10:30 lately.
Okay. Do you have a
See ya.
TV in your room?
Yeah, I'm about to hit bedtime. See you
All right.
guys.
We don't want to hold you up, man. If you got to
See
go,
you
go.
guys. See you guys.
Go now. Go
He's in a hurry.
now.
I mean, I'm in a hurry too, but at least say hi.
How you doing, Basil? I started asking you before the
I'm
show
good,
started.
man. I'm just keep working.
Yeah. What are you doing? What are you?
AutoZone.
What's that?
AutoZone.
Autos. You're the parts.
Yeah,
How do you like doing that? It
it's
seems like
fine.
yeah. You're on your own, moving. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
Well, good luck with that,
Basil,
man.
Charlie, we'll talk on
Thanks.
the phone because we're still live on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Well, then end it, Raul.
All right. Open
Okay, bye.
ended group.
End the recording.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you later, Basil. All right, man.